Welcome back. This may be a little windy because I'm outside in the hammock. And I'm okay with that because I don't need to listen to it. But also it's beautiful outside. And I'm very comfortable in the hammock, so I don't want to move. But this morning, I've really been thinking hard about disappointment. And I wanted to talk about that. I believe in a family of choice. More than a family of blood. Just because we're blood related doesn't really make me obligated to anyone. I believe my personal beliefs. I believe that maybe outside of this life, we chose that family to teach us a lesson, to do what we need to do on earth. Maybe we were together in other lifetimes. But in this life right now, I don't need to be obligated. Maybe I'm learning the lesson. Maybe I'm doing what I need to do in life. But for me, I've never had a full sense of family. My parents divorced when I was very young. And I grew up with parents in the military. So we traveled a lot. I was never near family. So every couple of years, we'd meet up with these essentially strangers. And then all of a sudden, I have to be happy to see you and hug you and let you kiss me. I don't even know you. We are related by blood, but you're still a complete stranger to me. And when I was younger, my mother used to make me write letters to my family. When we lived abroad, she would have me write letters to them. To my grandma or my aunts, or I don't remember, whoever. Much later, when I was older, she told me that she was disappointed. That she felt bad for making me write those letters because they weren't reciprocated. Number one, she was doing it for her because that made her daughter look good, that she's studious and writes letters. But number two, she forced me to do something I didn't want to do. And one of the reasons for that is I don't know those people. And then look what happened. It caused unnecessary disappointment and feelings of abandonment and rejection. As I got older, my family tried to be supportive, but they were still strangers. Most of them stayed in the same general area, and now they've all moved to a different part of the country, but they're all still in close proximity. And I'm all the way on the other side of the world, or the country. But as I got older, they tried to be supportive. I moved in with one of them for college. The other one, another one was supposed to, they had all made a deal to help me financially in college. I don't know, maybe with my mom reached out, I'm not sure. But one of them was going to house me and the other one was going to purchase a vehicle. And this was because room and board was too expensive. This was because and I don't know if it was me or my mom, asked my family for help with my room and board costs for college, this was the solution. They couldn't financially help with room and board, but they could provide room and board and transportation. So one was going to let me move into her house, and the other one was going to buy me a car so that I could get back and forth to campus. Well, I moved into the one's house, which was, I would say a good 45 minutes to an hour drive from campus, because it was probably a good 2 hours on the bus, which I ended up taking a lot. Because guess what? I never got a car. Never. So I had to call for rides or take the train or the bus. Needless to say, disappointment. It didn't work out so well that semester, and I ended up not going back. Because I didn't have money for room and board. At different times in my life, my family has disappointed me, and don't get me wrong, I'm sure I've disappointed them. I probably pissed them off. I'm sure I've made them sad. I'm just explaining why, for me, I'm not close to them and why I have issues. I think asking for help as well, because I don't want to be disappointed. I'm so over being disappointed. And that's what people do, they disappoint. I shouldn't have expectations on them. But as a child, you look up to adults. My dog has had an emergency and needs to see a vet specialist. And I honestly just can't afford it. I had to swallow my pride and hype myself up, and I made a GoFundMe to ask my friends to help. I don't know why I got a hair up my ass and decided to send it to my family, some of my family members. Well, yeah, I shouldn't have done that. If they would have just ignored it, if you're not going to donate, that's fine. It's hard times for everyone. I feel bad enough for asking. If you're not going to donate, that's totally fine. I don't expect everyone to. I don't expect that people who want to have it to donate. But I got kind of what I always get from my family, which is a bunch of questions and no help. A bunch of questions, nosy questions. Can I share this with other people who are just going to ask questions and be nosy and not donate? That's how it is. When my RV slide out went out, my trailer broke. And I wasn't sure what to do. And I wasn't asking for financial help because I had the money at the time. But I just didn't know what to do. And I made a video on my social media. And at that time, my family was still part of my social media. Since then, I thought I had totally learned my lesson. I deleted them all from social medias. Because that's same thing happened then. I started getting phone calls and texts, and then all of a sudden they had time for me and had all these questions. What are you doing in the desert? Why are you in an RV? What happened to your job? All of the questions, but not a stitch of help. Great to, share stories in the family of on the other side of my family. They've never been there for me. This is the sperm donor side of the family. And almost as to make sure that I knew that they would never be there for me. On my 16th birthday, I'm pretty sure it was 16. Because 16 is kind of like a big deal. No. 17? I don't know. Honestly. But on my birthday, I got a check from someone on the sperm donor side of the family. And I put it in my little savings account and it bounced. Now you know your check's gonna bounce. Maybe you thought it would be there by Friday or whatever. Either way, you know that shit did not get cashed to your account. Why didn't you? I mean, I'm sorry. I thought I had to have an emergency. Nothing. And I never heard from those motherfuckers again. Come on, let's do better, people. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about disappointment. And I think this situation with the GoFundMe, it's not about them not giving. It's about, why do I keep reaching out? There's no point in reaching out to them. I don't gain anything from it 99% of the time. 99% of the time, I'm either hearing about gossip about other people in the family that I could care less about. The gossip, not the people. And I mean, if I want to be in touch with you, I'll be in touch with you. It's been 46 years. We haven't figured out how to have a relationship at this point. I don't want it. You know? Disappointment. Anyhow. Speaking of disappointment, I don't want to disappoint some customers of mine, so I gotta go get some work done. I have a pretty big story. I'm not even going to talk about it because who knows when I'll get it done. But thank you for listening.